All right, we made it. Woo! That was close. But we frackin' made it. I literally just got home less than 10 minutes ago. I had to run in. I had to start a fire. I had to take the puppers out. I had to feed the puppers. Set up this whole stream. Because I just got back from the Spider-Mans. And oh boy. That was a frackin' great movie. That was a frackin' great movie. But now, we here. Oh, baby, we're here. Literally had to run in. Just had to run on in. But we here. We are frackin' here. Ladies and gentlemen, for another edition of a little Friday night Q&A. Rate out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. 9 point, yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, folks. What the hell's going on in the NFL? What's going on? Blaze Captor, how you doing? I'm doing all right. A lot of running around, but we here. We here. Ask me to turn this the West episode this week. My poor heart. I hear you. I hear you. We're pulling on the heartstrings, ladies and gentlemen. We are. Go get a fiver. It's Friday. You know what that means. Oh, baby, I do. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, craziness is abound in the NFL right now. We got games being moved to Tuesday, and they're at the same time. We got games supposed to be going tomorrow, but they're happening on Monday. What? It's wild. Raiders and Browns being moved to 5 o'clock on Monday. Seahawks, Rams, Washington, Eagles being moved at the same time on frackin' Tuesday. That's right, folks. Tuesday football is back. Tuesday football is back. We'll be streaming. Dustin, if I was sorry, Papa Grossi, a Cowboys fan, was your grandfather an NFL fan? My grandfather loved Notre Dame, but Papa Grossi kind of just a bandwagon for the Cowboys. So you know how it be. You know how it be. But yeah, no, it's gonna be crazy. And we got an 8-hour stream tomorrow. It's gonna be even crazier. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. I don't know what's happening. All I know is I'm going to be streaming. It screws up my whole schedule. Power rankings are pushed back. The West video ain't coming out until Wednesday. And predictions, oh God, it's going to be a nightmare. But this is what happens. I mean, it can't happen until Wednesday just because the Seahawks and Rams play on Tuesday. So I can't predict what's going to happen. Who knows? The Rams got 25 people out on COVID. Even though OBJ apparently tested negative, so that's a positive at least. Well, it's not a positive, it's a negative. But all I know is there's craziness abound. Schedules, everything is changing. The stream starts at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's it. Holly's gonna be there. Hells yeah. It's Inject Chicken's birthday tomorrow. Kingpin with Joey. Have my baby skin Grossi. Kitty goes meow. I don't think I could push them out. I don't think I could do that. Oh, the intro's happening. Don't you worry. I'm building up to it. I'm running on 1,000,000 miles an hour. 1,000,000 miles an hour right now. But we here. Ray's gaming PC is working nicely. It's the calm before the storm, people. Before chaos tomorrow. And it will be utter chaos. It's Foster's birthday too. And that's it. David, I turned finished my 4.2 this semester. Hell yeah, let's get it, David. Let's get it. Speaking of getting it, let us get this intro. Crossy Fussy Packers! Nation, welcome to another episode of Podcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Top Friday Night Q&A, Grossi, and Caleb. We separated of the Urban Meyer scourge. Repent, rejoice. Urban Meyer is out of here. Get him out. Woo! That was an intro, baby. That was an intro. That was an intro. Let's get it. Let's get it. Whew. Evans with the fire. You should have the infection as part of the next Wednesday reaction show. Having the Raiders and Rams and Seahawks like quarantine the house. I mean, there was a little cough. Don't win a fire. 250K sub goal should be Tom must learn to speak French. Wait. Talking with a tenor. Chiefs won it or Chargers lost it? Yes. Yes. I think both of those things are true. I think both of those things are accurate. Whoo! Let's get it. All right, we did it. We did it. That was an intro. I held that one for a while. Oh, yeah. Lewis holding Gavin hostage on Tuesday night. Maybe. So Kiko and Fire are going to make brownie cheesecake for Browns vs. Packers Super Bowl. I mean, I wasn't planning on it. Listen, I just want to say, they better not postpone that Saturday Christmas game. Because the Browns got to play now on Monday. They better not fracking postpone that game. On Christmas, I want to watch my Green Bay Packers on Christmas. On Christmas. Yeah, I'll probably stream a game on Tuesday. I will most likely do that because all my stuff is getting pushed back. Power rankings gets pushed back. I'm going to do that. I'm going to record that the night of. I'll probably put it out really late too. So, yeah, that's going to suck. But Wednesday is then going to be a monster because then I have GPS. I have predictions, which takes forever. And then I'm going to have the West video. Woof. Big ol' woof. But what are you going to do? Shafro, what I do? I get that call for special teams yet? I didn't, man. Only if Ben Kurt showed off my tape. And maybe I could have had it. By the way, so I went to go see Spider-Man today. And I went with two friends. And it was funny because we were talking about like stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, you're going to get recognized out. I'm like, I'm not going to get recognized out. I sit down. As soon as I sit down, maybe not even 5 minutes later, some guy turns around and goes, you Tom Grossi? I wish I was making it up. I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm a big fan. I was like, that's awesome. I'm taking a picture with him after the movie. New York is no longer safe. It was Andrew, so shout out to Andrew. It's no longer safe. It's no longer safe. But a great movie, though. I think that's only the second time I've ever been recognized in New York. Ladies and gentlemen, we do other sports like baseball. Baseball? Pfft, more like boring ball. No. I do a little basketball. A little basketball. Let's do some shout-outs, ladies and gentlemen, to our Liquor Master Ray. We have the Royal Goody, Kip Gaiman, Brian Adrian Kramer, Campaign 2002, Golden Tate, Joe Deal. We got Boto Winter, Sandro B, Dr. Link, Max Center, Super, Jacob London, Jason Butler, and of course, the father, Obawa. A big shout-out and thank you to you all. Talking with it to her, Diego walks my basement, Lenny pushes him down. Get down there! Boom! Get down. That's it. But I will say, I'm happy because I went to the Alamo Draft House. Highly recommend. Got me some buffalo cauliflower, and it was amazing. Has been a change with the stream tomorrow. Nope. Still 4 o'clock. Shafro, congrats on not getting dislikes in 2 weeks. I mean, wow, the channel's just been blowing up. Just blowing up. Yep. Nope, 4 o'clock. It actually makes my life easier, so. Eagles would fight. Do you think the NFL should expand to 5 teams per division? No. Will they probably do it at some point? Probably. But who the hell knows? We'll see. I don't know what game I'm streaming Tuesday yet. I have no idea. I just see how my week goes. I gotta see. I wish there weren't any I wish the Rams weren't playing on Tuesday, because then I could just do my power rankings. But alas. We don't. Oh, yeah, I saw the Australian guy on GPS today. That was awesome. Oh, a good time. That's what I'm saying. As long as they don't push that Packers-Browns Christmas game, because if they do, I'm going to be pissed. So, just saying. All right, let's see. All right. I almost feel bad for the Ravens secondary. I don't. I hope we carve them up. Real good. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. All right. My head would explode. I know people who are going to that game. I'd be pissed. I would not be a happy camper. I was really looking forward to that game, too. So, I was looking forward to it. But hopefully, because they put them on Monday, they're just like, eh. Sorry, Browns. Sorry. I mean, again, they have so many people on the list right now. They're changing protocols. Players are pissed off at the NFLPA. It's a mess. It is a mess. Like, we've been able to navigate, like, we're on GPS this season, but it seems like it's finally catching up. There's so many positive cases at this point. Look at that poor. Look at that poor. What a legend. What a legend right there. Nailed it. Nailed it. Look at that. Look at that. It doesn't get much better than that, folks. It does not. Shout out, welcome to the Grossi Posse Plus. Browns game is on Monday now. That's on Monday. And we got the Seahawks, Rams, and Washington Eagles on Tuesday. So, yep. That's it. That's it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to potentially get through this because they're not going away. Bad if I was the AFC this year. Raiders could run the table, finish with 10 wins, and still miss the playoffs by 2-3 spots. Yup. It's wild. It is wild. I have no idea what the AFC is at all. Like, not even a little bit. Shafro, just realized I haven't been a member for 2 months. Well, Shafro, welcome back. Welcome back. Cheers, folks. Oh, yeah. But we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping the playoffs go off without a hitch. So, roll over to fire. Packers win a Super Bowl this year, or Suns win NBA Finals last year over the Bucks. Well, that can't happen because time travel, so Packers win. And that's it. Go on, Jed. Day with a tour wide Tuesday's game at the same time. Yeah, I didn't get that either. That kind of sucked. Wasn't a fan. I would have streamed both because Tuesday, I'm not gonna have anything to do on Tuesday because I can't do power rankings until the game's over, so that'll be late. Though it starts at 7, so like that'll actually be a little bit better. I won't be going to bed too late. Let's get a tour. What would you do if the season ends right now? I'd be so happy. Packers are number 1 in the NFL. Give them the Super Bowl. Thank you. Check, please. Yes, Kenny Clark is on the COVID list right now. Kenny Clark. So, yep. That's it. No, she's not cone free. I took her cone off while she was sleeping last night to make her comfortable. I woke up this morning and she wasn't in my bed and she was licking her leg and I was like, you son of a gun. So, there are ways you can do the West Vid on Tuesday. There are ways. The problem is it's 2 teams. It's 2 teams. So, that's kind of problematic. Because, like, it depends on what happens on Sunday. Kylan with a 5-er. Tom! Explain to my Florida Gator grad, diehard Jags best friend that firing Urban Meyer was a great move for the organization besides the obvious. Do you want to win football games and not have your players get kicked? Then it's a good thing that Urban Meyer's got. Joe at 248, do you plan to get the new Cliff Christie book? Eventually, when I have time to read again. You know, in the future. Hunter, I think you hit join again, and then you could choose the next option, I think. That's what I'm going to say. We'll see. Do I think Zimmer is getting fired after this year? I hope not. Give him a contract. Same with Nagy. So, we have a sneak peek of tomorrow's guest list. I'm there. Rex with a fire. Had tickets to the Browns game. They moved. I can't go since I work Monday. I gave the tickets to my uncle so my cousins could see his first game. Well, that was very nice of you, Rex. I'm sorry you can't go. Aspen tour. Will there be lore tomorrow? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how deep it gets. We'll see. So, but it's gonna be a good time. Blaze came at tour. Do you know who Joe is? Joe Mama. Stern, E. Jackson had people support him when he was fired. Urban had no one, not even former college players. The media was ragging on him in the press conference right after. It was kind of amazing. They're like, I think you can win more games as a interim head coach than Urban did as a regular head coach. And he's like, no comment. No comment. Yeah, I'll be streaming probably on Monday and Tuesday. Because why not? Because why not? I'm doing the 4 o'clock, starting stream at 4 o'clock. We're streaming for 8 hours. And during that time, we'll cover the Colts-Patriots game. Clap with a fiver. Damn it, clap. Hold on, it went up. Clap with a fire. Hey, Tom, you think the Pats will win out or win the Super Bowl? They could win the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't think they will. But they're a consistent team right now. And the Pats have a good shot of winning out, I think. Whoa! Jim B with a hundo in the Streamlabs saying bees. Not the bees. Not the bees. Boop, boop. Jim B coming in with the bees and the hundo coming in there. Good to see you, Jim B. Bad to fire Nagy as head coach, Zimmer as OC, and Gase as DC for the Jags next year. Yes. And Urban Meyer to coach both the Bears and Vikings at the same time. Shaft on fire. DC scares me more than Zimmer and Nagy combined. Those players will jump off a bridge for him. True. True. I agree. I agree. So. And Jim B coming in. The bees! Not the bees. Not the bees. The hundos and the Jim B emotes are flying in the chat. That's it. I did. I bought my share. Yes, I did. I bought my Packer share. I have it now. I'm very happy with it. I haven't framed it yet. I should. Yeah, the Dan Campbell, I think, is going to be a good head coach. Yep. He's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem. I wouldn't wish that one, the Bears and Vikes, cruel and unusual punishment. It's fine. Honestly, it's okay. It's fine. They deserve it. They do. Oh, man. But, yeah, no, Dan Campbell, yeah, they actually get some talent on that team. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. They can't catch a break. Even TJ Hawkinson's now out for the year. So they're just going with a tough time. They're just going with a tough time. That's it, baby. That's it. Would you rather have Urban Meyer or Adam Gase as a coach? Adam Gase. It's true. It's true. I think I've delivered at least 20 stock shareholder certificates. That's awesome. That's awesome. Lions game didn't get moved because of 10 plus COVID cases. Well, it's because it's the Lions. It's the Lions. Who's winning the MVP race, Tom? Tom Grossi, obviously. Obviously, Tom Grossi. Come on now. Obviously. I'm winning that 100. Come on. Blaze again with a tour. You're giving the football team a new... what is it? A new... name? What? Okay. What? We'll see. All right. I'm Gason Grinder. Yeah, he didn't kick anyone. New name. Yeah, it's Washington Wildflowers. And that's it. And that's all it's ever going to be. It will be the Washington Wildflowers forever. Endeavor. You'll be back. Blaziken, new name. What is it? Oh, got you. I think they have like Red Wolves up there? That's not too bad. But it's Wildflowers. It's always going to be Washington Wildflowers. That's it. How will I be contacting the giveaway winner? Announcing it on stream and giving them the information to contact, and or if they have something on their page, I'll be reaching out to them that way. Rex with a fire. Do you have Giants having fan appreciation day by giving season ticket holders a medium soda? It's just sad. Can't even spring for a large. Oh, I saw that, and I thought it was hysterical. And very Giants. Very, very, very Giants. Spencer with a fire. I asked this on Reddit. Is it time for the Panthers to move on from Matt Rule as a coach? No, I give him one more year. Bad fire. Who would you like to see the Pack get in the offseason for special teams? Cordero Patterson could be a great pickup for them. Buddy, we're not going to be able to afford Cordero Patterson after the year that he's had. I mean, get someone out of college for the draft who is used to returning things. So, Mitchell with a 20. The black spot. Oh, yeah. Reaver with a fire. My buddy Joe is watching. He's a huge Ravens fan. Can you describe to him how badly we are going to beat the Ravens this Sunday? Ravens. Hold on, I gotta make this. Joe, Ravens gonna get their tushies kicked. Yeah, you're gonna go out there. You know what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna score less points. You're gonna be like, wait a minute, I want to win. Nope, it's not gonna happen. The Packers, wait for this one, are gonna score more points than the Ravens. Mic drop. Mic drop. Boom. Yeah. I don't know if you can come back from that burn. Crushed. Literally crushed. I know, Tom, you shouldn't have gone that hard on him. I know. That was a little too much. A little too much. Dominic, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I hope things get a little bit easier for you soon. Yeah. Tushies kicked, though. Tushies are gonna be kicked. Absolutely. Don't drop Mikey. That's true. The black spot. Oh, yeah. Muppet Treasure Island. That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah. I'm worried about special teams. I'm also worried about the O-line and also Huntley's scrambling ability. I think it could still be a close game. I still think it could be a close game. But hopefully the Packers come out on top. No more COVID positive tests. I'm just concerned what happens like next week. Like the NFL was like, hey, let's just get through this. I'm so concerned this is going to affect the playoffs, though. So more and more I think about it, the more deep the Week 14 episode from last year gets crazy. Listen, baby, we just enhancing the story. We're enhancing last year. We're enhancing last year's East with this year's West. Come on now. You know what actually is some potential good news? Since Sunday, a bunch of the West is playing. On Monday, I've been meaning to do some backstory. And maybe I can shoot it for a few days beforehand. Interesting. Okay. Rowdy with a fire. Would you play yourself in the movie about Carrot Benkert? Absolutely. Bad with a fire. If Love struggles against the Ravens, does Benkert go in? Why is Love playing against the Ravens? And Benkert has to be activated to the 53 for that to happen. Beautifully tragic character now. Rex with a fiver. Speaking of Muppet Treasure Island, what do you think happened between Urban, Echo, and Mr. Bimbo? Mr. Bimbo, I love it. Yeah, I've wanted to do backstory on a couple characters. This might actually give me the time to do it, though. I still think Aaron Rodgers is leaving. I do. I think he's gone. I could be wrong, but I think he's gone. That's why I'm just praying that we get a Super Bowl before he leaves. That's it. I have already a few scenes in my head that have been plotted out for a few weeks. I just need to figure out how I'm going to do it and where, if it's going to start an episode or end it. Oh, Raiders are playing Monday now. That kind of sucks. That throws a wrench into things too. Okay. Interesting. Okay. We're gonna do it. How far do you think the Bucks will go in the NBA playoffs this season? Repeat? You repeat, and it's easy. It's easy. They're score 1 million. They're gonna score 1 million. Monster Fire. Looking forward to the next episode since the Chargers lost. But sad. Kelsey scored so much in fantasy. Also, please, more AEW references in your videos. Got it. Done. Bay. That's it. Bad way to turn Max Dad should be from LA. Nah, he's a typical Oakland man. That's it. I know, they don't take... I mean, honestly, they've really made the saga... They've inconvenienced the saga significantly. Significantly here. Significantly. Well, you'll get Diego and Lewis backgrounds before the end of the season. You'll definitely get that. You will definitely get that. Lamar is most likely out, but not confirmed yet, as far as I know. I got blurry again. No, bad. Stop being blurry. Stop it. Properties. Deactivate. Activate. Make me clean. 15 out of 5 as a Packers fan. Non-biased on Harrison Smith as a Hall of Famer. I think he's got an argument for it. That's better. That's better. That's better. Why are they using codenames? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Willis. I don't know what you're talking about. But all I know is that craziness is afoot. It is afoot. And might also be afoot. It's a lot of things. It's a lot. With the East, literally everyone's related in some way. With the West, almost no one knew each other before week 1. Somewhat true. Yeah. Yeah. Some people did. Some people did. By the way, we are 186 subs away from 232. Rex, if you got the chance to go on Hot Ones, would you? And how would you do? I'm sorry, Rex, buddy. That is literally, and this is no exaggeration, my dream. I want to go on Hot Ones so bad. I love spicy food. I want to go on that show. So bad. I want to go on Hot Ones. Like, that would be a career-defining moment for me, and that's not even exaggerating. I love that show. I love hot wings. I want it. I want it. Bad with a fire. Without giving anything away, will anyone else from the West be related to last year's East or next year's South? Well, isn't that giving it away if I tell you? No one else in the West is related to anybody in the East. I'll tell you that much. So, yeah, they have vegan people on all the time. They do vegan wings. So that is not new information. That is not new information at all. I have said that on this channel multiple times that I want to go there. I love Indian food. Indian food's delicious. It is delicious. Mets with a tour. Think I know who Luis and Diego are. Oh, do you? Do you? Do you think? Do you really, really think? Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Uh-huh. Tom Holland. Yeah, Tom Holland on Hot Ones was great. That was really great. Mitchell and Tanya, remember the abomination of the song Friday? Would make a great clickbait punishment. It's Friday, Friday, gonna get down on Friday, partying, yeah! Yes, I do remember that. I do. Packer, if I could get punished, do the show while taking the Hot Ones challenge. I don't want to taint it. I want to just go on Hot Ones. That's it. That's it. Blaze again. How much money do I have to give you to get mod? Just asking. It's not. There's no money associated with being mod. It's adding to the conversation. That's it. That's it. Front seat, back seat. Yep, it's true. It's true. It's true. Oh, Hot Ones. I do love spicy food. The bomb is going to taste terrible, but I do love spicy food. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. So much. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think I'm ever going to get big enough because they'll have a random sports YouTuber on Hot Ones. Kind of just random. So, yeah. No, I'm not blurry again. Maybe check the settings, make sure it's in HD. I'm looking. We good. We good. That song's over 10 years old. Oh. Oh. Well, that's sad. That's sad. So die next on Hot Ones? That'd be awesome. I'd take that. I'd take that. Going the Ravens game next week? Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Steven with a fire. Which favorite board game? It's a card building game, but I love Dominion. Dominion's a lot of fun. I really like that game. Yeah. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. So, but I do love spicy food. Very, 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 very much so. Ben with a fire. 5 funniest, best NFL names ever. Dick Shiner. Bubba Franks is a great one. Bubba Franks. I think you have to go with our boy. Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. Hold on. Divine Diablo? Come on now. Come on. Come on. New info for the fundraiser. I did a whole video on the fundraiser on Wednesday. All the information right there, baby. That's it. Rex Fire, it's always an hour when your local takeout asks you want your food beyond white people spicy. Amen. Amen. McKitty's great. Haha Clinton Dix, also true. Yeah. 15, yep, 2 with a haha Clinton Dix. Yep. McKitty goes meow. McKitty goes meow. So, yeah. Blewett's pretty great, and as a kicker too. I mean, it's like right there. It's right there, you know. Yeah. Oh, Divine Diablo. Who do you think should Jaguars? Byron Leftwich. McCrinkleberry, of course. Of course. Dip buck kiss. 100%. 100%. Will we beat the Browns on Christmas? I think we have a good shot to beat them. I do. I actually just came home from No Way Home. I literally got here with like 10 minutes ago. I had to take the dogs out. I had to do the fire. Hope that's starting now. I really hope that I caught again because it's supposed to be cold tonight. It's supposed to be cold. But can I tell us about the mean teachers I had to work with? I mean, what do you mean mean? Like mean to the kids or like to me? Jack with 3. Did you ever write and sing a song about anything as like a project idea or not? Would I ever write and sing a song about anything? Sure. Love the Adam Cole shirt, baby. That's it. All elite, baby. First name is Kool-Aid. That's what I'm talking about. Every time he scores a touchdown, you're like, oh yeah! I'm excited for the stream tomorrow. Right now, my current guests, hold on. 15 to 5, the Packers win a Super Bowl. Taking Rodgers will lead. Doug Peterson to the Vikes would probably make them Super Bowl contenders. Peterson's underrated. All I heard was Packers win the Super Bowl. Yeah, I wrote this season. That is true. This season. I need to go to this. I need to go to my Google Docs. Yeah. Rex file after teachers gossip trash talk about students other teachers. Honestly, it depends on the teacher. That's what it comes down to. I like to think I didn't do it too often. But there were some teachers who just talked a whole bunch of crap. Oh darn! With the fire, do you know a female deer can have horns? I did not know that. I did not. Ask me to worst teachers you worked with. When I worked up north, there was teachers who were legitimately racist and terrible. So I'd say them. There's been a few jobs. There's been pretty bad teachers. Calvin and Fire, how much? Will have to bribe the NFL to not move the Christmas game because the Browns' COVID troubles. Asking for a friend. $1. Maybe $1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right now I got 12 guests for tomorrow, but we'll see. Blaze can't wait to tour. Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, Rockyson. Oh yeah. That's the one. Yeah, we got 12 guests lined up. Maybe we'll get more, maybe we'll get less. Who knows? Gatling. What a fire. I remember my 5th grade teacher talked about me to another teacher and it wasn't positive. Yeah. Biggest crowd you ever performed in front during comedy? I sold out both my album recordings. I don't remember how many people were there, though. I've performed in front of at least 100 people before. Bad with a fire. Always like Captain Munderland and Champ Bailey. That's good NFL names. Champ Bailey is a good name. It is. I wish I could get Case Cookus. I wish. Case Cookus is just a rock star. He's just a rock star. So, what am I going to be doing with our guests? Staring contests. Every 30 minutes, a new one's coming on. And we're just going to have staring contests. So, and if I win, they get booted out. And if they lose, they get booted out too. And if I lose, they still get booted out. Everyone just leaves. Everyone just leaves. You'll have to wait and see who we got tomorrow, but there will be some people that I have not talked to before. Thumb Wars, yes. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Yep. I did pick a bad day though because it's a Packers travel day, so I'm very limited on who I could get. So did the best I could. I did the best I could. I sent as many messages as I humanly can. I reached out to so many contacts. So, yep. Well, if they go the full 30 minutes without blinking, I call an ambulance. So, they're gonna be on video? Yeah, it'll be all on video. All on video. Gee, anyone hear about games getting postponed? They postponed 3 games. Yes. Yes. Will there be singing? I don't know. Will there? I don't know. Could be. Could be. Maybe. Maybe not. Could be. Could be. All I know is it's going to be crazy. And it's going to be a long-ass day. It's going to be a long-ass day. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. It's going to be a time. It's going to be a fracking time, baby. Listen, maybe some characters will show up. Pop out of fire. I'm not late. You're late. What's been your favorite game this season? Ooh, Packers Bengals maybe. Packers Cardinals was pretty good though too. That's pretty good. Yeah. TikTok dances, of course. Who's your favorite Bears player? Current Bears player. Matt Nagy. Love that guy. Love that guy. Love that guy. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll do a couple things. We'll do a couple things. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we got going on. So, Rasul Douglas, I did try. So, yeah, fantastic shirt. Thank you. Jeff, great job on Wildfire Performance. I think many of us enjoy your series more than actual football games. Cheers, go Chiefs. I do love that when people like are rooting for certain teams just for the series, which is incredible. Aspen, what is your favorite non-Packers game this season? The Raiders-Ravens game week 1 was crazy. Another like really good game. Buddy, they all like blur together at this point. But it's non-Packer. I gotta think about that. Suki with a fire. Tom, be your guest on stream tomorrow. Now you have 13 guests. Appreciate it. Vikings Steelers. That was interesting. I wouldn't say that was like the best one though. Steelers Chargers was crazy. Yeah, I think Lions Vikings might be one of my favorite because that was incredible. That was an incredible stream. That was an incredible game. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I did enjoy it. Shailene. Can giraffes swim? Do they have to? You know, do they even have to? Lions Vikings was great though. I mean, like the last play. The last freaking fracking play. Just incredible. That stream feels like a fever dream. That's what it feels like. So, I broke your ears on headphones during that game. I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that. Oh, that stream was just amazing. That was like a 1 o'clock game too. It was just that good. My voice was blown out. That was a good stream. That was a good time. That was the best of times. That was. It really, really was. Steelers Chargers. Yeah. Let's have a little Allergic White. I can't really drink too much during the stream tomorrow because I gotta pick Papa Grossi up from the train station at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Ugh. So that kind of sucks. Am I doing any Sunday games? Of course I'm doing Sunday games. I'm doing my Packers game and Sunday Night Football. You think just because I'm doing an 8-hour stream? Come on now. Come on. Sam, thanks for the 79 cents. Favorite soda? I don't really drink soda, but ginger ale, if anything. Because I mix it with whiskey. or if my tum-tum hurts. Boop. That's it. That's it. Boop. Nailed it. Will I stream the Hawks game on Tuesday? I might. Since everything's pushed back, so I'll probably do a stream on Tuesday. I don't even know what I'm going to do it during the day. I might record the West, honestly. I'll do as much as I can without knowing the Seahawks Rams and then finish it on Wednesday. We'll see. No, I never can. Because of the game? Hell no. I wasn't even really going to watch the Browns-Raiders game. No, that was just going to be in the background and kind of just be whatever. No, there's a ton of guests. Like, I have guests booked. Literally from 4 o'clock when it starts all the way up until 8 o'clock. So, Papa Grossi in the house. Yeah, I have guests booked for 4 straight hours. So, just saying. Shailene. Oh, that reminds me. I have to text Perna. Hold on. I forgot about that. I gotta text Perna. I forgot. What did I teach? I taught high school social studies. 9 through 12. 9 through 12th grade, to be specific. That's it. Any favorite racing games? Nah. Really never really liked racing games. Played Mario Kart back in the day, but that was about it. So, there you go. What's going on, Anthony? What's going on? Anthony, are you the Anthony I just met at the movie theater? Turn on the stream confirm. No, I had nothing to do with that. I had something to do today. But. Which bear is best? False. Black bear. Well, that's debatable. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. That's it. No. All right. You could have lied, Anthony. Kudos on the honesty. Kudos. Last album I listened to, it's in its entirety? Ugh, I don't know. Shailene. Why do I have that song so ahead? Michael! All right. Activity. Send money. Okay. Okay. LQ. This is from Jim B. So. Boop. Boop. In-depth analysis on the F1 season ender on Sunday. Yeah, it was crazy how Verstappen was. He skipped the steps and he just took the ramp. And he was like, I'm gonna get some tires and they're gonna be fresh. And I was like, where'd you get those tires from? He was like, there was a coupon for BJ's. And so I got 4 tires for like $230. And he was like, wow, that's a great deal. And then Hamilton was like, I'm not gonna throw away my shot, but he was too busy singing, so then he didn't win. And that's how the season ended. So it was pretty crazy. I see why it's controversial, because like some people get their tires at like Costco and stuff like that, but it was good. It's Verstappen. No, it's Verstappen. No, that's a common misconception. It's a common misconception. Mention what a worst video game. That E.T. game, or that's right, Buried in the Desert. Cal, if I had the expense of appealing to your social studies background, true or false? The Allies would not have won World War II without the USSR. Oh, 100% true. 100% true. 100% true. Yes. Yes. Shailene. So, yeah. I think that's 100% accurate, though. Worst series finale? Dexter is, for me, that's high up there. That is high on up there. What's going on, Ishii? Dexter was bad. It's in the blood! What's going on? How we doing? Oh, man. We would have won not as soon as we did. Well, the way I'm interpreting that question is like Hitler never invades the Soviet Union and like he focuses on Britain, and then we got a different ball game going on. So, we got a different ballgame. Kashi going to the game. Hexia. Enjoy it. Going to the game tomorrow. Well, there's no Packers game tomorrow, Kashi, so I hope you mean Sunday. I hope you mean there. I actually really liked the Lost finale. Really did. I really did. So, Y2P, yeah, shout out to teachers. Good God, it's been brutal. The new Dexter series, though, I'm kind of digging it. It's not amazing, but it's good. Wheel of Time, though, Wheel of Time has been getting better with every episode. I watched the other one last night. I thoroughly enjoyed it and didn't go to sleep until 4 o'clock in the morning. The Witcher Season 2 came out today. I haven't seen any of the episodes yet, though. But toss a coin to your Witcher. Toss a coin to your Witcher. That's it. Exactly, Luke. That's what I'm saying. So. Oh, yeah. We could have had it. Oh, Jim B, it's done, by the way. Jim B, it is done. It is done. Costco or Sam's Club, it's all about the BJs. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Shailene. I don't know why I have that song stuck in my head, but it's terrible. Thank you so much, Perna. Thank you so much. So I like NASCAR. Cars go fast. Cars go fast. That's what I'm gonna say. Triple Threat, what's going on? How you doing? Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. There you go. Jonathan Taylor. Listen, I think the Colts could win. I think they can. Waiting all day for Saturday night, baby. That's it. What if Hitler got accepted to art school? The last, hold on. I always show this. Hold on. I always show this as the last, when I'm done with World War II. Like, I'm done the entire thing. Like, I've taught it all and all that great stuff. I always show this as the last slide every time. It's the final thing that I show them, which is Mary and Jesus painted by Hitler. Like, all this. It's just, it's a crazy time. Papa to Fire, have you read all of Wheel of Time or getting into it just because of the show? No, I just watch it because of the show. So, I just watch it because of the show. Yep. So, I show that every single, like, after I teach about everything, like the atrocities and everything like that, that's the very last painting I show. It's the very last slide that I show. So, just to kind of provide some perspective. Yep. It's the last one I do. My teaching of World War II is intense. It is intense. Like, because in AP Euro, and it's unfortunate, in AP Euro, there's not a lot dedicated to the Holocaust, so I always hold an after school, which majority of the students show up, after school teaching of the Holocaust, and like it's significant, and it goes like really, really, really in depth. Yeah, I still have my slides, like some of the pictures, man. And it's not even gruesome or anything like that. Like, there's just stuff I show that it's, like, haunting. It is haunting. Xenotifier. They grab a cardinal would want more information on why Wildflower killed Gus. He was caught red-handed and was completely defenseless. Why? Why do you think that he would want more information? Tell me why. Tell me why you think that. Why do you think that? Tell me why. So. Tell me why he... Just saying. Medieval Europe? Yeah, I taught it a lot. It's okay. It's alright. Been to the Holocaust Museum in Michigan. It's an experience, yeah. Yeah. Do I still have... Hold on. Let's see. Let me log into this account. Rodrigo, two of your favorite comedy movies? Airplane and Spaceballs, baby. I watched Spaceballs the other day. I loved it. I missed it. Shane! Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Oh, Jolene. Oh, Jolene. But Shailene. Where's my Google Drive? There it is. There it is. Oh my god. I don't know why this picture popped up. Oh my god. It just popped up. It's a baby Sinclair! He's my baby! Oh man, that's an old picture too. That's an old picture. My baby. That's freaking fracking adorable. That is freaking fracking adorable. My baby. Alright, let's see. Enlightenment, World War II. I don't think this is what I want. Calvin Fire, surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. Yeah, I don't think this is it. This is my AP World War II. But I don't think this is the Holocaust one. No. My World War II PowerPoint is 202 slides. It's 202 slides. Yep. It's long. It is very long. Yeah, oh, no. Actually, never mind. Nope, the Holocaust one's in here. Yeah, that's in here. Yeah, that's... my World War II is intense. It is intense. Zeno, if Wildflower says he killed him, but there's no backstory explained, he just says he tried to frame him for murder, and that's it. I prefer backstory told. If you want backstory, then you can just watch it. That's all from the East last year. That whole story they told is from the East. So, it's already there. But Grandpa Cardinal's trying to just love his grandson. So, Guillermo, if I time. Sorry I missed GPS today. I have trouble speaking. Keep picking your pupper. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I show, without getting graphic, I show, hold on. Yeah, I show these pictures. Mitchell at a fiver. What's the funniest thing a student did in your class that you taught? Ugh. The funniest? I mean, my kids made some raps for AP Euro, which was pretty incredible. I wouldn't say that's like funny, but some of it was funny. Oh, one of my kids for AP Euro, my last year teaching at Ursuline, wrote an amazing essay that was a joke essay just for funs, and it was one of the most funny things I've ever read in my life. Tara just thought of this. When Rocky said he killed Joe the next time he saw him, not only was it for taking Bruce away, Rocky's parents disappeared after what happened to Joe took his family away. That's it, baby. That's it. We're going into AP Euro right now. So I always show this. No, stop it. So I always show these pictures after I show like all the atrocities. So this is from literally a mile away. I believe it's outside of Auschwitz. And these are the Nazi officers who were in charge of Auschwitz. And these photos are always more terrifying because it's very easy to be like, oh my god, like Nazis are like these evil monsters, they're inhuman. But the horrifying thing is like they are just regular people who are doing atrocious evil things. And like this is them like just being people while they're literally doing mass murder. So, yeah, that's the horrific stuff. Because you're like, oh, this is uncomfortable. So, yeah. That's the rough stuff, too. Yeah, there's, it's intense. It's intense. So, I pay for a Grossi history class. Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah, it's uncomfortable. Yeah. Calvin with a fire. Yeah, AP Euro exam. That one for legit college credit could die in a fire. My kids did real well. They did real well. Real well. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into that. So, yep. So, yep. AP Euro. Yeah, majority of my kids, they got 4s and 5s. I taught that class really well. So, do I ever wonder what my life would be without the Packers? No. Oh yeah, Book Thief. There's another book I recommend if you ever want a book that's gonna like mess you up. It's called Neighbors, and it's about this small. I think I've talked about this on stream before. It's a small town in Poland when World War II broke out, and Poland has tried to distance themselves from what they have done, and their role in genocide. But the Nazis there's this town, it's a small town, and in the middle of the night, one town wakes up in the middle of the night and kills the other half and kills all the Jews in the town. And they weren't ordered to, they weren't forced to, they just did it. And yeah, it's rough stuff. I've read Night. Yep. One guy I toured, did I read any alternate history? I actually had my students back in sophomore year or freshman year. One of their finals was to write and create a project based on alternative history. It was amazing. I don't really read a ton of it, but yeah. Pop it with a fire. What's one thing you would change about the school system? Oh, buddy. One thing? Oh, God. I can't even list one thing. It's all of the things. The school system in this country is so horrible. And I mean that. Horrible. It's garbage. Like, it is straight garbage. The standardized tests, I think standardization to try and measure a child's ability to take a test and then use that metric to determine what their future is gonna be is complete trash, because you're basically compressing and flattening human beings and converting that into a number, and that number is literally going to decide what the course of their future could be, or limit the opportunities they have. So that's trash. 2, your experience as a student greatly depends on what teacher you have, in which you could learn about slavery, or you might not learn about slavery, or you could learn about the Holocaust, or you might not learn about the Holocaust. Like, that is horrifying. Like, I had students in the same school in which I like get into every uncomfortable conversation you can get into. You create that rapport in that environment within a classroom, we can have those conversations. And I had those conversations with students, and I taught it, and it was a great conversation. But they don't have those in every single one. So, that's horrible. It shouldn't just be like, oh, well, you had a good teacher, so you learned the stuff. No. I think the curriculum that's created is created by people who are not actually in a classroom. I think that, and this is an unpopular opinion, I think teachers need to be held to a higher standard, in which, like, tenure, once you get tenure, you can't get fired, basically. I don't think that should be the case. But I also think the people who are evaluating you should actually know what the hell they're talking about. So, should I keep going? I got so many things to say. So many things. Jarway, if I live in Minnesota, going to week 17 in Lambeau, hopefully to watch Packers burn Skull Vikings. No, Jarway, no! Don't do it. Uneducated buddy with a tenor. Saying. Thank you once again for all the love you show on my channel and many others. Who made you start a YouTube channel? It's incredibly awesome. Appreciate you, buddy. I started on as a podcast, but I did a reaction video back in 2015 based on the Packers-Seahawks NFC Championship game, and that blew up a little bit. And so, yeah, then after that, I just like talking to people and built it out from there. And bada bing, bada boom. All done. That's it. Smith with a fire. Coming from someone who worked in higher education, literally everything from elementary school through college. Yep. That's the one. It does. It literally needs to be, like, rebuilt from the ground up. It, like, really does. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. I say that as someone who has been in this, like, taught for 6 years, and it's terrible. The inequality that's there, you know, I mean, I worked at a private Catholic school, where it was $20,000 to go, that was tuition. And like the teachers got paid crap. And the fact that you could do that or go to the local high school where people were getting stabbed, like it's bad. Eric Witt. Oh boy, went out for dinner and drinks with Jen and we still going. How you doing, Tom? Yeah, Eric Witt. Tell Jen Witt I say hey. Tell her I said hi. I hope she's doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hold on one second. Hold on. That's not good. That is not good. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Galley and Fire resetting since the message was skipped. Imagine the lore if the Cardinals and Washington made the NFC Championship game. Ooh, just imagine if they were just in the playoffs, what that would look like. Playoffs. So, yeah. Did I cover the Nazi coup that nearly took place in the USA in the 30s? Oh, you mean A Night in the Garden? Yup. I show that to my kids. Oh, yeah. If you've never seen this, it's probably going to get copyrighted, but I don't care. I show this all the time because people don't realize how rampant anti-Semitism was in the entire world. It's been in Europe for quite some time. We go into the history of that. When I teach about the Holocaust, I literally start like way, way back, talk about anti-Semitism. But this happened in 1939 in Madison Square Garden. Yeah, like, I show this all the time. This is in Madison Square Garden. They have swastikas. They have a huge picture of George Washington. They got the Nazi salutes, the whole 9 yards. Oh, yeah. It's horrifying stuff. This happened in New York City, in Madison Square Garden. Horrifying. Thousands of people. They actually tried to, like, overthrow the government, and the government was like, no, that's not going to happen. But, yeah, that crap is terrifying. There's actually a man who interrupts the speaker. Yeah, it's called A Night in the Garden, if you're ever interested in this. But basically, there's a guy who interrupts the speaker who is Jewish, and he actually goes and winds up fighting in World War II. But yeah, they do the whole Pledge of the Allegiance and stuff like that. They do the Nazi salute. 1939, they talk about all the American patriots, and it's horrifying stuff. Yep, that's some deep history there. JG, if I was a Jew, I've seen my fair share of anti-Semitism. Buddy, I've worked at a school where anti-Semitism was so rampant, it was horrifying. You never knew about this? Look up A Night in the Garden. There was a survey that was done, I believe it was early 40s, about taking in migrants, Jewish migrants from like Germany and stuff. And I think it was like 80 to 90% of Americans said no. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Never knew about that one? Listen, folks, one of these days, we'll do it. I will sit down and I will do a history stream. Like a full-blown history stream. Oh, yeah. C. Murray, what a tenor. Coworker told me that her kid got a bad grade, went to talk to teacher because she went to the meeting. Teacher changed her grade. So messed up. What if mom had 3 jobs, couldn't attend the meeting, etc.? Yep. And yep. That is 100% accurate. 100% accurate. All right. Sorry. Bit of an issue. So, will there be homework? And one got fired. Don't forget the ships of Jewish refugees that were turned away and sent back to Europe. Yep. People like that's Nathan. That's where I start. I like go back to the Roman Empire and talk about Judaism there. When I start talking about the Holocaust, that's like when I did my after school like special. I literally start at the Roman Empire. Yep. I literally start at the Roman Empire and talk about it from there. You see it there, and then there is like the confusing question because there's this divide between Judaism and Christianity because there's this conflict because Jesus was a Jew, but at the same time, they are blaming Jewish people for killing Jesus. So that's one. 2, during like the People's Crusade, for example, or the Peasants' Crusade, they go and kill thousands of Jews because they're not Christians. During the Spanish Inquisition, you have them kill, Muslims and Jews in Spain. During the bubonic plague, they blamed Jews, along with foreigners and people with acne and like the cosmos, for causing the plague. Oh yeah, it's rampant throughout history, and that's just early history. RPO with a tour opinion on Woodrow Wilson, not political. Awful. Terribly awful, and uninformed and ignorant, thinking that he could fix Europe with 14 points. Was that after school special required? No, but I opened it up to every single AP Euro student that wasn't even my own. So I usually got almost full attendance. Yep. So, yeah. I talk about that a lot. So, I'm there. There's a lot. I go into a whole thing. Gavin pooped today for $2. Gavin, great. Calvin with a fire. All right. So what color of paper does Mr. Grossi use for his class syllabus? Green, blue, salmon? Eggshell. Holly, cheers. So, yep. But, yeah. It's, listen. We're not even talking about eugenics. Oh, God. I want to talk about that in the United States history. It's rough. It is rough stuff. I hear colors. But, yep. Teaching is a time. The one guy who told it, it's in the syllabus! Favorite country song? Tennessee Whiskey. Easy. And I don't like country music, but Tennessee Whiskey is great. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Sterilize a bunch of people without permission? Yep. That is 100% accurate. Ever read the short story, The Yellow Wallpaper? That's an interesting read. Rodrigo, to teach in the Vietnam War. I actually, fun fact, I only taught U.S. history for 1 year, and I didn't teach it for the full year because there's a leave replacement, so I left before I got to Vietnam. So, I would love to, but I left right after April, so I didn't get time to teach it. Alex Fire, Tom. Are you Jewish? Not really matters. I guess just curious, given your passion on the history. Nope, I'm not Jewish. My 2 best friends are Jewish, but no. I think it's just important to realize the history of things because that sounds like a very generic comment, but people look at things like genocide in a bubble and they go, wow, that could never happen again. But like you look at events in history and go, well, how did you get from a democracy? And then within, 20 years, you have totalitarianism and you're having genocide. And I think it's important to recognize, how you get from point A to point B. And it's horrifying, honestly, in some cases. Puppet Mature, biggest lies about history that irritate you. I can't tell you, and this has changed a lot now. This has definitely been changing a lot now. But I will say, some of my first students, like, they were taught about, like, Christopher Columbus. Oh boy, I teach Columbus in a very specific way. I teach a lot about Columbus. That one, yeah, there's a lot. Teach about the atomic bomb lesson I do is rough. That's a rough one. Yeah. Yeah. My 1920s lesson's always great, though. Do I still have that? Do I still have that? I should have that in my Gmail. Should have it. How'd I teach Columbus? You know, that he got locked up. What was it, his third time coming back to Spain because he was so insanely brutal that Ferdinand and Isabella were like, hey, buddy, you need to calm it down a lot. A lot. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. This is my favorite PowerPoint. This is my favorite one. I love it. 10 if I've ever seen shown the boy in striped. I've not shown it, but I have seen the boy in the striped pajamas. Yes, I have. Brandon, that is 100% correct. Oh, Age of Anxiety. Oh, God. I love this lesson so much. And there it is. Chaperone. I had a teacher who treated me like dirt because of religious affiliation. Made sure she knew I wasn't paying attention in class while still getting all A's and B's in class, so screw you to her. Chaperone, I'm sorry you went through that. And that is complete garbage on that half of that teacher. Yep. We're to our off-season history lessons with Grossi channel. Maybe. Maybe. The urinal, baby. Marcel Duchamp. I love this lesson so much. I love this lesson so much. Rene Magritte. This is not a pipe. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Talk about Dadaism. Guernica. This is the stuff. This is like the stuff. Flappers. Oh, yeah. Art is great. Oh, hyperinflation. I'm telling you, this is the great. See, Mary, tell you something funny about Columbus. It sounds weird to say, but someone was singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It sounded like, call out like Columbus. And then guess I can't say that anymore. That's great. Do I cover the Armenian genocide? Yep, Armenian genocide. I have covered the Armenian genocide. 100%. I have. Yep. When you had, they were burning marks. They were burning money because it was cheaper than getting firewood. People making dresses out of it. Making kites out of the money because it wasn't worth anything. Weighing it to determine its value because it was just so hyperinflated. Oh, yeah. This is the stuff. This is the stuff. God, I love this time period. So very much. Yep, that's my AP lesson. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Those are the history days. Those are the history days. It's not complicated, no. Because that's the thing, I have the notes up there, but I talk through it. You know, I had a co-teacher that I worked with. I had a co-teacher who used to get so mad at the kids for talking. Like, they would be talking amongst themselves while we were teaching. And I have never had a problem with that ever, as long as they were taking notes and listening and participating. And she screamed at them so much. There was one time where this co-teacher, the way she wanted to teach, which was miserable, I made all the PowerPoints, and she wanted to read every other bullet. So there was a time where she got so mad at them, she screamed at them, and then she goes, just move on to the next slide. And I refused to, and I just kept teaching because, no, I'm going to teach the kids. It was insane. It was wild. See, Married to Fire, they switched it to like Hamilton, which must be equally problematic for different reasons. My teens are a funny bunch. That's phenomenal. RPO to Fire Tree Versailles is one of the worst decisions in history. Treaty of Versailles was woof. Woof. That's it. Cheers. This is not a pipe. Greg Whittaker, beer money saved for teaching history in school. Me and history grinds where kids today think World War II is a video game. Yep. No, I mean, history is a phenomenal topic. It really is. It could be one of the most, in my humble opinion, it is one of the most fascinating things you could possibly talk about. But there's some terrible teachers. Bad with tenor. It's not all their fault, too. The curriculum sucks, too. But bad with tenor. I think one of the earliest things I remember from a school lesson about World War II and Holocaust stuff was the elementary project based on the movie Escape from... So I don't even think I know what that is. I don't even think I don't have heard of that one. I have not heard of that one. So, yeah. World War II is covered a lot. Like, there's a ton of documentaries and all that great stuff on World War II. World War I is my wheelhouse. I love World War I. That sounds weird, but, like, I love the topic of it. Because I think there is a lot, and I mean a lot of comparisons to today from post-World War I culture. I think that there is a ton. So, Sky Suitor. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Skycy. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, yep. Gatsby. That's it. Sun also rises. I teach both of them. Yep. Yeah, hold on. No, that's not what I want. LSJ, what if I had time? You see someone passionate about your subject, do you foresee going back to education at some point in some fashion? Maybe. But honestly, like right now, I like what I'm doing, and I get to also do this. So, like, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty solid. So, Adam, if I was someone who was genuinely horrendous history teachers in my upbringing in rural Arkansas, I would love a history stream or two in the off season. I got you, fam. Mitchell, if I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately. Enjoy history, but hated the class until late high school when I got a teacher who wasn't a coach. Yeah, sometimes it makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. Hold on. There's one poem that I always do. No. That's not it. That's not it. I had to go through my notes to find it. Yeah, I show this. I do this poem a lot. Second Coming by W.B. Yeats. I think Netflix actually made some like movie or something off it, apart from this movie. Like Things Fall Apart, the center cannot hold. Like this is the kind of stuff that's written post World War I, because it's the idea of like love is dead, God is dead, like religion doesn't matter. There's gonna be no more wars because World War I was the war to end all wars. People like using religion as a backbone and saying like, well, World War I happened, so then what the hell do we have? Like, why would God allow this? That's when fashion changes, art changes. It's wild. It's wild. I just think it's a fascinating time, and I think it's there's a lot of comparisons you can make to today, because there's a lot that you can make today. I mean, like you look at things like climate change, you look at the idea of inequality and, that feeling of helplessness, and it's like, what the hell are we doing? So, yeah. The Great War, the war to end all wars. Bad Mature, 1987 movie, Alan Arkin and Rutger. I didn't know that. I have to look at that one. Ready to fire. I still laugh at Germany cried foul about us using shotguns in World War One because they said we were inhumane while they were using mustard gas. Yep. Don't forget those submarines. Yep. Dustin, what if in your opinion, what's most interesting about British monarch to teach about, or your favorite to teach about? British monarch? I love teaching about Charles the First and Charles the Second. I love that so much. I love it so much. They chop his head off, and then they have Cromwell rule, and then they're like, this sucks, and they bring back Charles the Second, who brings things like Christmas and partying back. That's phenomenal. I do love that a lot. That's a lot of fun to teach. Henry VIII is always like a good one, but yeah, no, Charles the First and Charles the Second are always pretty great. They're pretty great. Elizabeth the First also being responsible for the Spanish Armada going away is pretty great too. So, and just pissing off Philip in Spain. G with a tour. World War II makes me so sad and I hate learning about it. Yeah, it should. It's a sad time. War sucks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Or the idea of Rockabye Baby, which was sung about, that song was literally used like they would sing it as a threat because there was a Catholic born baby who would be the next monarch, and Rockabye Baby like hoping they fall out of the treetop and die. That's always fun. Casanova with a 139.99 hundo. Boop boop. I just joined the stream and I'm a little confused how we get in this topic. No disrespect. We're just jumping into. We've gone full-blown history. We've gone full-blown history, Casanova, and it's a wild time. It's a wild time. We're here. We're vibing. We're having a good time. We're talking about some. We're talking about some things. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a good time. It is a good time. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why the Glorious Revolution happens. So, true story. What's going on, Wookie? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, but gone good old James II. Yeah. Yep. That's always fun. That's always fun. Hoping the baby would die so you wouldn't have a Catholic monarch. Oh, yeah. That's when you're getting into it. Joseph with 1124. Can you present your PowerPoint as a lesson in a stream in the off-season, like a student's lesson? I really like to see that. I love history. Greetings from Bavaria. Absolutely. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Ben with a tour. You have a favorite Sabaton song? Ray showed me them. What was it? Bismarck? Bismarck was pretty cool. Sky Sea tour. World War One slam fire shotgun did hit different though. True. True. Holly, appreciate you being here. See Mary tour. Sent you a book rec, a heavy read, but you might like it. Appreciate you. Oh, Rasputin, my man, Rasputin. Good God, that guy. Like that whole thing is insane. It is insane. Just wild. Yeah, on fire. Finally, someone who loves history. Too many people ignore the past and be destined to repeat our past mistakes. As special as I applaud you, Tom. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Bad way town. There's also a POW camp about 45 minutes from my hometown in Manitoba. It was based near a national park. Apparently, we treated POW so well. Folks. We had POWs from the Soviet Union in World War II. Like, we had them there, and they did not want to go back because they knew when they went back, they would be killed. And guess what? They were killed. Yep. The Rasputin, how he died, I think he officially died because of drowning, but they poisoned him and it didn't work. I think they shot him and they stabbed him and drowned him. Like, they did so many things to that guy. RPO, what's your favorite history era? Mine's Cold War. It's post-World War I. Post-World War I social and cultural history will always be my favorite. It's just crazy. It is just a crazy time. And I I like teaching about it because I like the, this is going to sound weird. I like the idea, like, think about it this way. Think about something in your life that is a foundation for you, right? So that could be religion, that could be science, that could be family values, etc. Any one of those things. And then you build your life off that foundation, like you build it up, right? Knowing that, okay, all crappy things that go on in my life, anything, I can still look to that foundation. It's still strong, that can center me, that can ground me, etc. And then imagine that that foundation is wrong. That you come to that realization that that foundation doesn't exist, it's flawed, it's wrong, it's biased, etc. That is heavy stuff. Like so you build it up, and then it's like, oh crap, well, if that's wrong, if that bottom layer, if that foundation layer is wrong, then what else is wrong? Is my entire life a lie? That's post-World War I. And I think that's a beautiful, horrible thing. And I love teaching it because I think it's, yeah. I think it's a fascinating idea. Because you had people, their foundation was religion. Then you had people saying that, like, my phrase is science is the new God. And then Einstein comes along and is like, hey, nah, a lot of stuff, not so much. So, bad with a fire for what I remember, Rasputin was poisoned 3 times, shot, stabbed, and beaten, still lived. Yeah, drowned. Don't forget drowned, too. Football Kings with a 10. I was watching GPS this morning. I'm pretty sure you guys were joking. That'd be awesome to see two of my favorite YouTubers react to the World Cup of soccer. I will watch the World Cup, 100%. Christo with a fire. Who wins, Alexander the Great versus Caesar? Probably Alexander. Well, with a fire. Who's your favorite little-known story from World War II? Mine's a Norwegian special ops who stopped the heavy water production plants. Ooh, that's out there. That's out there. I don't know if I have a favorite little-known, though. World War II? Australia in World War II is always interesting to talk about. But, yeah. No, it's I always think about that because it's interesting what we found our lives on. Rodrigo too, I covered the Great Depression. Yup. And not just from an American standpoint, but also how the Great Depression helped lead into World War II also. Good old Dawes plan, baby. Holly, you didn't get it? But they probably didn't, Modifier probably didn't want to send you William. That makes sense. Yeah. I think about that a lot. Like, it's because, like, what do you base your lives on? Like, what universal or personal truths foundation do you set your lives upon and then build from there? I just think it's interesting. And what happens when there's cracks in those? Like, what happens? Do you just close them off and, like, create an echo chamber to make sure that that foundation is preserved? Or do you have that crumble and your identity potentially is thrown into chaos? Calvin with a 10. Okay, what's the most lighthearted thing you and your students did in AP Euro? Like showing a Monty Python Holy Grail during our end year exam period, like in my class? We watched movies after the AP Euro exam, but we watched some good movies. But, I mean, the start of the 30 Years' War and the defenestration of Prague and the guy falling out the window and landing in a whole bunch of poop is pretty funny. That's pretty funny. That's good. Yeah. I just think it's a very interesting question because, yeah, KGM makes everything better. Yeah. Like, if you believed in a certain philosophy or a certain religion and it was proven wrong, or like a lot of people do this all the time. Like, the first place, because I taught politics for a while, where people learn politics from is their parents, right? So if you have your parents, or like, and a lot of the same things like religion and values and all that stuff, and if you grow up and you come to the consensus that that foundation is wrong or flawed or incorrect or biased or whatever, then you start to then question your identity as a person. Now imagine if every single, like imagine as a society you did that, in which you started to question, wait, that foundation is wrong. Like, so for example, and I get a lot of heat from this. I've gotten a lot of heat from this online, and it's fine. People associate hard work with success, right? Like, I'll take you for example. I work my ass off, right? I have not stopped working since 4 o'clock on Sunday. I work my ass off. I've been working my ass off for years and years and years and years and years. And people, especially like in the States, say that hard work equals success. American dream, whole 9 yards, right? But what about the person that's working 3 jobs, like 3 minimum wage jobs? They're working their ass off, but they're not becoming rich. Or the person that is working like, you know, construction and is not barely making any money and, you know, working themselves basically to death, but they're not rich. And I think like once you kind of pull away those like foundations, it's a pretty jarring experience. And some people clutch onto it and they hold on to it like as much as they possibly can. But yeah. And what happens when you can't do that work? It's yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Gasoline fire. One thing I remember from school is that World War II helped us get us out of the Great Depression because we were selling weapons to everyone. Yes, and we also manufactured like a mofo. Luke would not say an emu war for the win, Luke. Always the emu war. Ben with a fire. I heard glucose could break down cyanide. The poison to kill Rasputin didn't work because the food was too sugary. It was in a cake, so that makes sense. That does make sense. So, but yeah, I mean, like, I can work my ass off and I could have certain success. And then someone else who might look different from me or is a different gender from me or whatever, they might work their ass off and they don't have the same level of success. And that's why, like, I said that. I got into a battle with someone on Twitter one time that called me a communist because I said that hard work doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be successful. And I'm saying this person who works their ass off and is successful, or at least a certain level of success. And it's just great. Like, you tell that to someone with 3 jobs who was making $7 an hour. Like, you know? Oh, dog would fire. My fear, at least known is the Ghost Division of artists and engineers that held a front of 10 miles with 2,000 soldiers, speakers, and inflatable tanks. I love that so much. I love it so much. How do you define success? Now we're getting into my psychology class. Oh, God, I love it so much. I love it. So psychology, besides AP Euro, was one of my favorite classes to teach because I had complete freedom in psychology, like to teach whatever the hell I wanted. And oh, God, did I take advantage of that. So one of my favorite movies of all time is Whiplash. And if you've never seen it, it's a fantastic movie with Miles Teller. And it's about a drummer. And it goes, all right, how do you define success? So, like, I'll ask that to the chat. How do you define success? And is it you make money? Are you famous? Does everyone know your name? Are you recognizable when you go out? Is it a sense of, like, you know, accomplishment? Is it overall happiness? What is it? Papa, if I work 3 jobs, can confirm, doesn't make you successful, just makes you be able to afford rent. Cali sucks. That's it, baby. That's it. J.K. Simmons, baby. Yep, being happy, not being paycheck to paycheck. Okay. Happiness, being a well-rounded person, self-fulfillment, happiness. Okay. Good mix of happiness and money. Okay. Be content in life, peace in mind, feeding and providing for family. Okay. Sure. Right. So people it's subjective, right? Success is subjective. So if I go, Bad Winter says I'm a communist. If I go, my level of success for me is when I die, people are going to remember my name, right? If that's my level, you think about what that would take, right? For me to actually be memorable after I'm dead. And what you're willing to do to get there. So Whiplash is a great story, and I love that movie because it is a very unhealthy movie, but at the same time a very like eye-opening movie, because this person is willing to forego everything to be the best. They might be dead by the time they're 30, but people might remember their name, right? And you might just be like, be content, but at the same time, contentment is subjective, right? To be content and being satisfied, someone be like, I want $1 million in the bank. Someone might be like, I want $1,000 in the bank. I want to be able to pay my bills. You know, how do you get to that level of success? And I think that that's the problem too, because we live in a world in which success is so arbitrary, one, and it's usually associated with money, and then it's also associated with like fame and reputation, what have you. And the issue is, and this goes to motivation, intrinsic versus extrinsic. Like you look at people who, like the majority of us, they go to work, right? And even if you're not working, even if you're at school, you have extrinsic motivation to do what you're doing. So the extrinsic is, if you're in school, is that you are getting a grade, right? And you want a high grade. So that's why you are doing the things that you're doing. You're writing that essay, you're, taking that test because you want to get a good grade, because that will eventually lead to college or a degree or blah, 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 right? Or extrinsic, when you're in the workforce, is money, right? So I usually equate it to like playing a video game. So if you play a video game, you get really good at the video game, and at one point you've done everything you can in the video game. Let's take like Animal Crossing or something. You do everything that you did, you're making all this money, you have everything you want in your house, what have you. What motivation do you then have? Because that's the problem with extrinsic motivation. Because once you have that money, what have you, then okay, now what? Now you have no more motivation to potentially go and do those things. So you might say like, that's great, that's when I retire. But the problem is that's why like when you're retired, you potentially have a hard time figuring out what's next. And like for the charity that I raise money for like military vets, like transitioning into civilian life, and I've talked to many vets about this, it's like, hey, like after I'm done and out of service, what in God's name do I do next? Because in the military, it was like, boom, 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 boom. This is what I do. Bam, 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 bam. Right? Like I'm giving direction, et cetera, et cetera. And that's that difference between intrinsic, of I want to do something just because I want to do it. Like I feel it in my soul and my being. Like I just like to do it. So that might be hobbies or hanging out with family or whatever. Like friends, like I just like doing this. I'm motivated to hang out with the people I love and care about. And then there's extrinsic. I do it because I want money or I want a reward or something like that. And it's just an interesting kind of view into why we do what we do. Because, if the money doesn't come in, if you were going to go to your job, and I sent my kids into a little bit of an existential crisis, because I asked my kids in psych class, I said, go home tonight and ask your parents, do they love their job? Do they love it? So they would do that. They'd come home and the vast majority of kids would say no. And so I asked, why are your parents doing it? Well, because we have twins, or because we have multiple kids. They want to put me through college. They want to make sure that they can feed my family, blah, 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 all these things, right? So it's interesting because, that is like one of the great debates as to what we're doing as a society. Are we just trying to get capital as like individuals, and we're trying to get as much money as humanly possible, because then we can have that freedom and we can have, we can do the things that we like? Is that what the goal of society should be? Because there's consequences to that. So, yeah, it's good stuff. College definement AP Psych class is basically watching Alice in Wonderland. That sounds bad. Puppet with a tour, I like Whiplash, but not quite my tempo. Papuso a day fire. You say I like the Grossi posse will ever die. We even have a French branch. Also, I define success being able to take care of others. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's not forget the military. You often have to learn to suppress humanity to carry out orders. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. Yep. live to work and work to live. Yup, those are very, very, very different values. So, graduate college, yeah. I mean, but Adam, that's a great point. Like that point I've had so many. I will use me as an example. I went to high school. I went to college. I crushed it in college. I graduated magna cum laude, right? And I got out of school with my degree and everything, and no one would hire me. And I told you, my first job was $38,000 a year because I could not get a teaching job. I just couldn't because they said you needed to get experience. I'm like, well, how can I get experience if you won't hire me? So that's your foundation, right? If my foundation, because how many times, if you live in the United States, for example, in which you're told, and many people don't take this path, which is totally fine. And I told this to my kids too. You go to high school, you graduate high school, you go to college, you get a degree, you get a job. What happens when you get that degree? You're now thousands of dollars in debt, or if you've spent thousands of dollars and there's no job to be had. You were supposed to be on this path that was supposed to lead from A to B to C, and it didn't. But that's what you've been taught since you were a kid. Why am I getting good grades? Well, because you got to go to college. Okay, well, I went to college so I can get a good job, but I didn't get a good job. So then why did I go to college? Why did I get good grades? Boom, 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 boom. That's World War I for me. Mitchell at a fire. Frequently see health tank after people retire. One of the biggest things is finding something to do. Yep. Holly will admit that resonates with me so much. Maybe too much info, but my company keeps trying to offer more money to make me happy, but that doesn't work. That's probably why I donate so much. Well, Holly, one, I appreciate you. But two, yeah, I mean, I will speak very personally for myself. Like, I tweeted about this last night. Like, yesterday was a really crappy day for me. Like, it was a real bad day. But it's a matter of, we also, like, I donated $800 so a guy can go to Lambeau with his father who just got diagnosed with Alzheimer's so he can experience Lambeau. And I'm very I think that there's this idea that we have in our minds for a lot of people who it's like, if we just work really hard and if we just work our asses off, there will be a time where we can enjoy our money, we can enjoy it and be like, wow, now we can live, right? It's like that old South Park episode with Warcraft, right? And it's kind of a joke, but it's like, oh man, we got to beat this guy. We beat this guy. Now what do? Well, now we can play the game. And that mentality is rough because I have known people who have worked their entire lives and then have been diagnosed with cancer before retirement and then they pass away. I have known people who have worked their asses off, then get fired, and they were saving for a rainy day to maybe go on that vacation, what have you, and they don't. So, yeah, it's a rough road. I mean, like, and that's what I'm talking about, extrinsic, you know, because at some point, you know, it sounds like really douchey to say, you know, money would help a lot of people. And at the same time, you know, it comes to a point where if that's all you're working for, like, yeah, you might have money in your account, but what do you have past that? So it's something of like trying to find things that make you happy. And that's why I tell especially young people, because they have so much pressure from their teachers, their parents and family, whatever, you know, go do this, so you can become a doctor, lawyer, I don't care, whatever it is. And I tell them, if you don't want to do that, then don't effing do it. Like, don't do it. And that's gonna be tough. Like, that's gonna be really, really difficult. But you need to do what makes you happy. Don't get a job because it makes you a lot of money. Do something that you actually want to go to work and do every single day. Like, I pull 12 to 18-hour days doing this stuff. I'm exhausted, but I love doing it. I thoroughly, thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy doing it. And, like, that's the thing. Like, people need to find what it is. But at the same time, like, that's also a very, like, privileged statement because not everyone has that luxury of finding something they like to do because a lot of people are just working their asses off trying to just pay rent. So, you know, it's a rough time. Though with a fire, is there a point in time where society has been as cynical and narcissistic as it is today? I would say post World War I. I would say so. Papuso, that's why I dropped out. No job to go with the debt. Yep. Luke at 449. Really enjoyed Deconversation streams. Maybe not the most memorable streams, but among the most interesting. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Shaftbro to fire it. Never went to college because I felt it was a scam. My dad proved you could be successful without a degree, and I want to follow in his footsteps. And I hope you are, buddy. And I hope you freaking fracking are. That's it. That's it. So, Bow to fire. Work with a guy who liked to do super long days in order to earn money for his kids, but never seemed to be able to spend time with his kids. Yep. Yep. Yeah, Mitchell, like, I'm glad you enjoy medicine. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You know, I also think that we live in a society, where you need to monetize every single hobby you have, and you don't. You don't. Like, you wanna write stories? Write freaking stories, man. And no one ever sees them. Cool. Write them because you like to do it. Do those things because you like to do them. You know? So, yeah. Trade school. Yeah, I know plenty of people who are doing great in trade school. Absolutely. Absolutely. Unculture with a 20. I had to quit working for one of the biggest companies in the U.S. That gave me a nervous breakdown. I wanted to hang on because I had 20 years, but I was in pain. I'm much happier now and looking for a new groove. That's it, Unculture. I'm proud of you, buddy. And that's the thing. Like, it's so difficult because it's so subjective, and we're getting deep now. We're getting deep. Whoa! Hollywood a hundo! We got high hundo here. Boop, boop. Saying, shoot, this gotten so deep, pay my tuition for these life lessons. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. All right, listen. Hold on. Did we go past 100 minutes? I feel like we've gone past 100 minutes. We've gone past 100 minutes. All right, good. It's Tom Grossi After Dark now. I'm going to say a bad word, okay? So prepare your ears. Prepare your ears. Like, this is why, in my humble opinion, politics is bullshit. And what I mean by that is that you have, I don't think both sides are the same. And I think this idea of identity politics has literally been so bad for this country. But it's this idea that at the end of the day, you have people who are so effing rich. Like, if you work in Congress, you make over $150,000 a year. And like, you get pensions, you get healthcare that's not tied to the things that like the bills that you pass for healthcare. It's a joke. It is a joke. And the problem becomes is that if I wanted to run, here you go, folks. If I wanted to run for Congress, it would cost me a minimum of $250,000 to run a campaign. $250,000, a successful campaign costs you at least $250,000. So let's say you are middle class, or even if you're lower class, do you have a shot in hell besides fundraising, which has gotten a little bit better in grassroots? Is there any way that you have a shot at running? Odds are no. And that becomes, okay, the majority of people become lifelong politicians, they make a crap ton of money, and they keep the status quo. And it's infuriating because it becomes a class warfare of like rich versus poor. And that shit bothers me so much because like, I tell that to my kids, like, listen, folks, yeah, $250K to run a decently successful campaign for folks, that's not president. President costs millions of dollars. I'm talking about just for Congress. That could be the House. Senate's a little bit more money usually, but it's insanity. So you want to do that? It's crazy. And like, that's the thing. Then we talk into gerrymandering. We talk about this, that, and the other thing. But what it comes down to is you start making serious money. And when you start making that serious money, a lot of people, not to generalize, but a lot of people in Congress want to make sure that they keep that money. You know, I can pass a healthcare bill that I'm never going to be affected by. I get a great healthcare. I get to go get treatment at the VA hospitals for free, right? I get a pension. I'm a member of Congress for a certain amount of time. I'm making over $150,000. Oh, sorry, poor people. Sorry, middle class. And that's where it becomes infuriating because That's why congressional approval ratings are so low. Like almost always, they peaked after 9/11, and then they've been going down ever since. And then they peak every now and then, but they really don't get over like 20% too often, because people think that Congress don't do anything. And I think it's very difficult, one, to get things passed. But we've gotten into a society right now. I don't give a crap if you're Republican or Democrat. I don't care. And I mean that. I truly don't care. But you think about it, the only way things get done most of the time is that if one party has control, and then they get it done, right? They shove something through. Is that the way that this should go? That's not the way the Constitution's written up. That's not how it's supposed to be, right? Washington talking about the Senate and the House, right? Like one is going to be like the, it's not the platter. Oh my God, what's it called? Like the disc that the tea sits on so it can cool it down. Like that's what the Senate's supposed to be. You know, it's all these things that it's crazy to try and quantify and think about, because a lot of the elections people don't even vote in that are local elections that actually like influence your life. But the problem is too, at the same time, like it's been so identity driven and so culturally driven with politics, but at the same time, status quo is kept for money and finances that could actually make like real change. And it's frustrating. And that's why I relate this a lot to World War I, like post-World War I. Because I think a lot of young people are looking at this going, I'm marching, I'm protesting, I'm saying my piece, what have you. Nothing's changing. So what the hell am I supposed to do? And I think that's valid. Now, if our politicians don't care about the people who vote for them. Just saying. Mitchell with a hundo! Boop, boop. Saying, I'll join you, Holly. Appreciate you, Mitchell. Appreciate you, buddy. Black spot. The black spot. Sorry, I've been talking. So, on Culture Terror, I do write and create characters, and I have to tell you, Tom, that you craft great characters. You do something with your characters that Disney can't. Give them depth and gravitas. Thank you. Thank you, Uncultured. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Term limits for the win. Also, age limits. Papuso to fire. After the January 6th event, they were safe up on their hill, like cleaning toilets a few blocks away, while the army looked to be asking for papers. I'm telling you, buddy. It's a time. It's a time. Luca Dice had Grossi part of 2028. Like, it's just, it's frustrating. First of all, can we have people who are less than like 75 years old running for president? Please, God. Like, please, God. Like, that's what I find amazing, because I will say something and people are like, wow, you're a communist. That's a crazy leftist. But I'm like, listen, I don't watch CNN. I don't watch Fox News. I don't give a crap about either of those news stations. If I watch news, it's C-SPAN. That's it. I watch C-SPAN and I get my news from there. And that's it. It's just, it's wild that people have become so entrenched in their beliefs, ideology, etc. And they're like, hey, politics are a sports team. Haha, you lose, I win. We're on the same boat, folks. We're on the same boat, but we're calling each other all these terrible things. And the problem is, too, again, cultural stuff's been wrapped up in it. And I'm not trying to be like this enlightened centrism crap. I think there is a problem, because you have sides that are running with, hey, this is a cultural thing. This is a culture war, which is so bad. And then you have other ones that are trying to keep the status quo. And it's just bad. It's just bad. Jake says you do watch Fox for football, though. Right winger. It's crazy. It's just crazy. There needs to be term limits, 100%. Term limits, age limits, 1,000,000%. How can you be 80 years old and setting things for the future that you're never gonna see? Like, you're never gonna see it. Like, holy crap, man. It's just wild. But it's a sports team thing. It literally is sports teams. And it's just gross. It's just gross. And, like, I want to be very clear about something, too. Like, if you're a racist piece of crap, like, that's not politics. Like, that's just you being an asshole. Like, that's not politics. I want to be very, very clear about that. Because the way that I have always taught about politics, religions, whatever, I don't give a flying crap what you believe in as long as it doesn't infringe and hurt other people. That's it. That's it. That's all I care about. That's all I've ever cared about it. Ever, 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 ever. You can believe in the flying spaghetti monster. I don't give a crap as long as you're saying, hey, gay people shouldn't get married, because then we have a problem. Like that's when we have an issue. Once you start saying, hey, people can't do XYZ, that's not, for me, that's not politics. And unfortunately, that has entered the political arena, and I think that's just bad. I think it's just bad for the country. Uncultured Fire, why do you think I live out in the country in northern Wisconsin outside of town, 1/5 the size of fictional Letterkenny? We're great out here. I love that, Uncultured. I love that so much. Bad with a Fire, AOC's young 20s and gets death threats from the right wing. Why would anyone young want to expose themselves to that? I mean, I get death threats too. Like, it's just, yeah. No, old people are fine. I think there's still term limits. I also think, like, again, I think it's choice. Like, I don't think, and I mean this, I don't think anyone looked at the 2016 election and the 2020 election and were like, oh my God, this is the best this country has to offer in Clinton and Trump and Biden and Trump. Wow, what a diverse set of candidates to vote for. I haven't seen it like, wow, woohoo, that just, whoo. I'm just so excited about that. It's just like, come on now. Like, come on. Hollywood a hundo! Boop, boop. Saying advance donation for the Grossi Burn 2028 presidential campaign. Yeah, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Thank you, Holly. Bump with a terror. I say yes, but do you think Democrats, Republicans do more bad than good for society? Growing up in a kind of ghetto area, I always looked to them as two gangs in the political scene doing bad to one another. Well, that's the issue, right? Like, this is what I always find amazing. Like, you will have insert leftist, leftist politician with right, politician. Once the cameras are off, no. Political theater is garbage. It is the worst type of theater, and it's straight up trash. So I think it is bad, because it's like, as long as my team wins, folks, we're on the same team. Like, we're on the same team. And I think when teams start to say, hey, let's limit the rights of people, like that shouldn't be, like, it should be. And what I can't even say what it used to be, because this country already has like such a history, but what it should be is like, hey, like, let's present policies that are like for the greater good of the country, to move the country forward. And there could be differences, and that's what the political parties should be for, but they're not. Instead, it's like, hey, like, this is why the other people are un-American or unpatriotic or evil or racist or what, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, well, first of all, we're dehumanizing people, which not a good look. And two, at the same time, it blows my mind how easily we write off people, how easily we're willing to say, hey, screw those people, they're not American or they're not citizen. It blows my mind. And my students have never known who I voted for, because that's not my job. It is never my job. My job is for my students to have an informed opinion, be able to defend it. And I don't care if they're Republican. I don't care if they're Democrat. I don't give a flying crap. And guess what? All this time during election years that I've taught politics, I've never had a problem. And we've talked about everything, and I've never had a problem. And kids come from a variety of viewpoints, and I've never had a problem. Mitchell with a hundo! Keep that train going. Boop, boop. That's it, baby. Thank you, bud. Not Muffin. Thank you. Welcome to the Grossi Posse. That's it. Papuso with a fire. Case in point, my mom used to work in a restaurant. They served both sides $50 salads while they had fun together. Uh-huh. That's it. So, Clubby, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Unknown, it's your libertarian right, Tom, and if you're left, your thumbs up. like I've said this on stream. I'm registered as an independent because I also don't really want to belong to any party because I don't want to get their mail. But two, I don't need to fit into a box. See, married to fire. My parents used to do the informed opinion with us too. We called it dinner. We literally had to defend different things. Fun times. I think one of the best things that you could possibly do for your kids is to teach them to actually look up things from multiple sources, gather an opinion, and defend that opinion. And that's what I try to do as a history teacher. Dave would attend as an aspiring teacher. Tom, you're an inspiration. Thank you for helping your kids understand we can have our own opinions and agree to disagree. Yeah. Like, this is the thing too, folks. There's the nuance in this. You can have your values, right? The things that are, like, you don't move. You don't move on them. These are my values. And then you can have your opinions. Opinions can change, folks. Like, they can change. And we've gotten into a struggle where if you admit you're wrong, you lose. Or you admit that your opinion has changed, you lose. But sometimes that's what we need to do. Sometimes it's good if opinions change. Because that means that you're growing and learning from things that you might have thought were true and now they're not anymore. Right? Like, that's not a bad thing. You can have an opinion and it can change. But we jump on that and go like, oh, you're a flip-flopper. Or, oh, you're doing this, that, and the other thing. Like, come on, man. Like, nah, that's not how it goes. Bad with fire. As someone who doesn't live in the U.S., how could Marjorie Taylor Greene get elected? Reviews are dangerous even for the right wings. Well, I mean, the way that happened is because the person who was running against her dropped out. So basically ran unopposed. T.O. with fire. I got off work late, so I forgot about Q&A. Anyway, I finally made it to the set. How much time do I have left to enjoy? I don't know. We're just chilling. Now with fire. My best friend's a different party than me. I still love her all the same. That's it. Alex and fire. But Tom, my Twitter followers don't laugh if I use nuance. Yeah, that's true. Well, I think social media is horrible. So I would not have social media if I did not have this podcast. So, yep. Though with a tour gamer has ruined dialogue. I mean, it's just, I've talked to many people who I have different political ideologies than, but we've still been able to have conversations. My mods even. Like, mods, we have different political ideologies, but we're still able to have a conversation. Like, it does nothing to just be like, wow, we're so separate and I'm not even going to listen to you. Again, where I draw the line is when you start infringing on people and you start saying, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. And like, you start taking away people's rights. That's where Tom Grossi joins. Like, if you're just like, well, this is homophobic or racist or, you know, transphobic, nope. Tom Grossi's like, nope, we're done now. We're done. So, social media. Bo Burnham said it best, flattening the human experience, and it's not good. It's not good. Mm-hmm. C. Murray? Exactly. I agree. Yeah, exactly. Can I name all the South characters? No, because I don't have names for all of them yet. I don't. But again, like it goes back to, I mean, we're just like ranting now, but you know, things can be like I have gotten death threats. I have gotten emails. I've gotten things sent to my house. I've gotten a litany of things, you know, and I like to think that I try to be a very positive person and do a lot of good on here, what have you. But, you know, I'll say something and people disagree. Like I defended Colin Kaepernick when he knelt because I thought that was freedom of speech. Like he can do whatever the hell he wants. You know, that doesn't mean he's free from consequences, but I supported it way back then. And people were like, well, I'm going to ban, you know, we're going to lose subscribers and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, and I've talked to, again, my mods, I talked to many fans, what have you. I'll engage you in this. That's the teacher in me. Like, I'll engage you, and here's my viewpoint, and here's your viewpoint, and that's it. So, yeah. Stern, there you go. And sometimes, like, and that Stern, honestly, Congrats. It's tough to change. It's tough to change and change opinions and change viewpoints. That's a rough thing to do. Like, that is a very, very rough thing to do because it's admitting fault, which people don't like to do. And, yeah, it's just, it's not good. You know, that's basically what's taught to us. It's just that it's not good to change opinions because then you look like a flip-flopper. So, yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Chris. It's the difference between values and opinions, right? Values, you can be like, here's where I draw the line. And don't let that line move. Like, if you were like, this is what I believe, and then you could have opinions that could change throughout your life. Bass 20, lighter topic. Thoughts on Hangman Page and Bryan Danielson going 60 minutes? Dude, that match was amazing. Oh, that match was amazing. That was incredible. I loved it. Oh, we got a Rocha raid? Look at that. Oh, Rocha's streaming? Look at that. Tom Grossi's getting raided for once. Oh my goodness. Rocha, I know him. I know him. Look at that. Look at that. We got a raid going on. We're just having a good time. We're just chilling. We're crushing it. That's it. We're vibing. We're vibing. Thanks, Rocha. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. We're vibing. Oh my God, why'd you pick us? I'm a Packers fan. Santa! I know him. Daniel, if I what's your favorite holiday movie and why? Family Man with Nicolas Cage is actually really good. Jingle All the Way, I've always had a lean to, but I like Nightmare Before Christmas also. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. But if I also like a topic, do you know you can legally own a kangaroo in Wisconsin? Are you telling me the amount of people that are from Wisconsin are as my subscribers and in this chat right now? You never told me that you could legally own a kangaroo? Excuse me. Sinclair, you're getting a baby brother! We're gonna have a kangaroo, baby! I'm gonna put him in a pouch! Okay. All right. Sorry, I had to tell them the news. I had to tell them the news. Okay. I had to tell them the news. Oh, that's cool. I know you can own a kangaroo. Okay, cool. Isn't Dashes Sinclair's baby brother? Shh. Don't give me logic. David Fire, and thus another member is added to the Grossi household. Yo. Kangaroos are jacked though. They don't they don't mess it up. You good, Tom? Yeah, we're gonna get a kangaroo, and that's what we're gonna do now. You can still own a kangaroo, just not legally. True. Oh my God, but Sinclair's small enough. Oh my God, what if I get a kitten and that goes in the kangaroo's pouch? Oh, the possibilities are endless. They're endless. Tio Eternal, I'm getting dragged away. Before I go, I must know. Was the Star Wars Christmas special still better than the third trilogy, and why does Spaceballs not have a Christmas special? Second question's amazing, and I don't know why. And no. Because there was parts of the third trilogy that were good. Rise of Skywalker was just complete trash, though, except the Harrison Ford scene. That was good. Mitchell, what's the latest law in your state? Favorite is when I was in, was whale hunting is illegal? In my personal state, I don't know, but there's still some states in the United States where you can't have an ice cream cone in your pocket because horses would follow you home, and that's how you would like steal a horse. So you can't keep an ice cream cone in your back pocket. I love those laws. Those are fun. Those are real fun. The search for more money. Yep. I love it. I love it. Spaceballs the flamethrower. Woo! The kids love that one. Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made. So, yep. It does sound messy, but maybe you get 2 cones and you just put one in your back pocket for later. What states can you not turn right on red? I don't know. You can do it in parts of New York, though. Thank God. Thank God. Spider-Man, Eric Witt. I actually just came back from Spider-Man. I freaking loved it. It was great. It was great. All right. I think I have an 8-hour stream tomorrow, and I've streamed for 2. Wow. What? Oh, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Yep. That's a decision I made. That is a decision that I made. I should probably sleep, because I got an 8-hour stream tomorrow to do that. And by sleep, I mean watch The Witcher Season 2. But folks, appreciate you. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, begins the 8-hour stream until the midnight, and we have donations. Oh, God. Bad if I'm BC, we're allowed to own foxes and... Oh, my God, really? Capybaras are amazing. Probably a 172-hour stream going to happen. That's a long time. 10 out of 5. I like think if I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living will not be in vain. That's a song for I Love the Message. I like that too. Calvin Couture, sleep is for the weak. I know. So I should be real strong. Folks, be subscribed. Tomorrow, we give away a PS5, which I thought would get more views on that video, but it got like 7,000. But it doesn't matter, because we're giving away a PS5 right here. Unopened, still smells like a new box. That's gonna be perverted, but it's gonna be good. We're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna raise money for a great organization, charity. We got guests up the wazoo tomorrow. Every single donation goes right to charity. It is gonna be a good frackin' time. But folks, I appreciate you tuning out for the Q&A tonight. We did a little bit of a longer stream tonight. So I'll see you frackin' tomorrow, 4 p.m. until midnight. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom frackin' Grossi. James says, fire. Have a good night, Tom. Phone stream. Always the best way to welcome the weekend for me. Appreciate you. And as always, go Pack, go. Dun, 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 dun.